Since the formation of Saphirland, the kingdom had faced many and more threats. The native Croats and Serbians had been unruly from the first, and still were to this very day. Although they were more of an inconvenience than a substantial threat, there were one Sigbjorn must find a solution to. They had faced ambitious Bulgarian princes and foolish Greek dukes, and most recently they had faced the very unknown threat of Islam. Undoubtedly though, the biggest rival to Norse rule in the Adriatic had always been the Christians of Italy, the once major power of most of the known world. Whether it had been the arrogant Queen or Duke Guy, the kingdom had been a constant thorn in the side of Saphirland. Now, however, the kingdom was a shadow of its former might. Its capital and southern lands had been conquered by his father and his jarls, and now his brother Asbjorn the Younger had taken the great island of Sardinia to its west, giving him a base to raid the rich southern coasts of both Francia and Iberia. As for the King of Italy, if he could even be called a king at all now, he was surrounded on all sides by enemies, circling crows all waiting to feast upon the wounded and dying beast. Several powerful dukes had rose up to overthrow their new king, whilst the mighty Byzantine Empire attacked its southernmost lands. Forever the opportunists, the Norsemen were not about to miss out on the slaughter and plunder. Many of his own jarls and chieftains had already taken it upon themselves to call their men and longships to take their own spoils from the once great nation. As the son of the legendary Viking Asbjorn Eriksson, it was only right that Sigbjorn took his share. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Raiders of the Adriatic. As you can see from the end of the last episode, we now own a little bit of Sardinia, well, the main part of it, considering that our brother, the Jarl of Rome, took it for his own, so that's really interesting. It's another kingdom that we will have within our realm. That's several now. I think we've got Serbia, Croatia, the one for Rome, as well as Sardinia, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens when Sigbjorn does eventually die. We're probably going to split into several kingdoms. We'll still be the head of the dynasty, but it's going to be really interesting. I'm not sure where we go to next and what we should do. We do need to stabilise our realm a little bit more and stabilise the rule, keep converting people that we need to do. We need to start blending our cultures together a little bit more. We've got a war going on over here, which is interesting. Okay, so there's one of the counts are rising up against their new overlord, but it looks like he's going to have that under control. He's got quite a lot of manpower, so that should be fine. But looking around at our close borders, Italy is soon going to collapse in on itself. It's not looking good for Italy. He's got 59 men, and he's involved in, oh my god, he's involved in 6 wars, so Italy looks like it is going to completely collapse in on itself from around. The surrounding kingdoms are all just swallowing up a part of it for themselves. So it's going to be interesting to see what does happen there. As we can see, the kingdoms to the north in Balaton as well is being invaded. That's in 3 different wars. We could try and get in with the spoils there, but I'm not sure whether it'd be a good idea to do so or not. I don't know if we'd actually manage to get hold of anything there. And it might be a case of if we did get involved, things would end quickly. Serbia is invading that, which is interesting. We can't, of course, invade Serbia. We've still got a truce with them as we took this duchy here from them. Bulgaria is extremely weak, only 725 men, so we could try and take some Bulgarian land to the east. There's probably some decent land here, some plain land, and it would give us more power north of the Byzantine Empire, which could be a good thing because they are scarily strong. As we can see, they can field over 10,000 men, and they're also attacking Italy, which is interesting. They're going for these southern lands, so it does look like Byzantine is going to get these 2 lands here, so it doesn't look like we're going to go any further south in to Sicily. I don't think we can declare war on Italy still. No, we've still got a truce, so we can't try and swallow up any more land there, unfortunately. We could go for some North African land at some point maybe and try and take some more of this, but I'm not sure at the minute. I don't know if to just further work our way inland. Let's see what we can actually do to Bulgaria. It's only a 12-year-old queen. Arrange a marriage. I wonder if she'd actually be willing to marry, like, say, one of our sons or something. No, it doesn't look like it. Only our grandson, and I don't think she's going to go for that, and he's only 1 year old anyway. But yeah, we can declare war on you. Let's see what sort of wars we can actually do. We've got Duke Vlad's claim for quite a decent bit of land. Count Mikiha's claim for a little bit of land. We can conquer several duchies. The Duchy of Bulgaria, wow, which is a huge, huge, huge plot of land. The Duchy of Vidin, which is a decent amount of land as well. The Duchy of Dobruja, which is on the opposite side. And the Duchy of, Philippopolis, which is some northern land, very southern land. But the Duchy of Bulgaria is looking very, very nice. That could be a very decent plot of land that we could try and take there. We can go for Holy Wars as well. We do have more piety, so it might be better for us to do that. We can go for the Holy War for the Duchy of Bulgaria. I'm very tempted by that. That land's looking very tasty. That's a huge, huge chunk of land for one duchy, and there's also another duchy there. Wow, that's also a huge duchy, but I don't want to split the kingdom. That Duchy of Bulgaria, though, as I say, is looking tasty. It's a shame that we can't go for a holy war for the kingdom. You can only attempt one holy war against a kingdom tier per lifetime, and we've already done that, haven't we, unfortunately. On our level, our level of devotion is not good enough. We need to be a paragon of virtue. What are we at present? We're not far off that. We're very, very close to that. Or we could invade kingdom, but we need 200 prestige for that, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to do that. But we could take all of that Bulgarian land. But, do you know what? I think we will go for the Duchy of Bulgaria. It's only 200 piety, and that is a huge, nice plot of land there to take. And with how weak Bulgaria is, I think it's only going to be a matter of time before it's swallowed up by the Byzantine Empire if we don't act upon it now. And we've got to try and take what we can whilst we can. We're Viking. If we sense a weak neighbour, we're going to take advantage of that. So let's raise all of our men on the border, and then we will go over to the border and into Bulgaria. Let's unpause, let things start happening. We've got that small annoying bit of land here, which is annoying. But oh no, sorry, I'm thinking of this bit of land here, isn't it, south of the river, that I really don't like being there. It's so annoying. I will be taking that from Serbia at the first chance that we get. Right, so let's have a look at our several armies that we've got. We've got one here led by Bojan. We've got one here led by Count Gutfrid of Odinrith, and we've got one here led by ourselves. Right, so let's move. Can we use Asbjorn yet? We've not been able to use our brother Asbjorn for quite some time, and I want that siege leader. Now, a lot of them are busy. That's one thing that's quite cool at the minute. A lot of our Jarls, because they're Viking and they can do what they want, are going off and conquering their own lands, which is really interesting. Sway the good Jarl. Yes, we are trying to sway Jarl Class, as he's not got the most amazing opinion of us, and he's quite a powerful vassal, so it would be nice to get him on side. Whilst hosting lords and ladies from realms near and far, some opportunities to portray my vassal Jarl Class in a good light have presented themselves. My lord, pray tell, who is the most admirable person you have heard of? Jarl Class, without a doubt. Right, let's move our armies over the border and into Bulgarian land. And we've been called to war to the implacable King Sigbjorn of Saphirland. I call on you to honour our alliance and join me in the Redanian conquest of the chiefdom of Wolfzia. That's quite far away, isn't it? 1,000 men. Enemy, 1,000 men. I'm going to have to decline, I am afraid. I'm not going all the way up to the northern Baltic lands. No way. Land these 1,800 men here. Where do we send you to? Looks like Bulgaria is already massively under siege. I'm guessing there's a barony somewhere down here in these mountains, but I can't see one. So we'll march onto that one. We are going to lose manpower for doing that, though. So we'll just march here and wait in these plains for now. We've got a new perk to spend. Soldiers of Lesser Fortune. We've got a ridiculous amount of money, so that doesn't matter. Let's go for our defender advantage. Who are Bulgaria currently at war with? They are defending against King Simeon of Wallachia. For what? What is this war? For the Kingdom of Bulgaria. We'd best get a move on them before. Then again, even if he takes over, we can carry our war on, and we're still probably going to win that, aren't we? So it's not too much of a problem. So we'll just concentrate on what we're concentrating on for now. We can't move any further. What's this army here? It's just a neutral army. That's fine. Yeah, we'll just concentrate on getting these under siege, and there's no point moving on to lands that we're not going to get away with. Can we move into this mountain province here? Yes, we can. Perfect. We'll move on to this mountain province, and we won't lose men by doing so, which is perfect. This is a huge plot of land here. This is quite a big... Wow, that is a huge county. We could fit a lot of provinces in there. If we station some besiegers. Can we get away with... No, we can't. We can't get away with moving anywhere yet. So we may as well keep the men merged together for now until we get some of these sieges underway. It's going to be interesting to see what is going to happen in Western Europe with the collapse of the Frankish kingdoms. East Francia has lost a massive plot of land to Bavaria, which is now independent. West Francia, as we know, has lost Aquitaine. And Middle Francia has split completely, and Italy is also splitting completely. Poland and Lithuania are doing brilliant. Sweden's doing well. Denmark have also taken some land of East Francia. Some of Sweden has gone to Finland, though, which is interesting. Danelaw. Oh, wow, and we've actually got the Danelaw being established in England. Wow, what is the capital of that? It's got to be Jorvik, hasn't it? Of course it's Jorvik. King Ivar, the Dane of the Danelaw. Wow, that is awesome. I've actually not seen Danelaw established. And Wales has been founded as well. Of the 4 kingdoms to survive, Wales is one to survive. Some of Ireland still belongs to Denmark, which is interesting. But, wow, it's great to know that our fellow Norsemen are doing so well. We're probably the weakest of all the Norse kingdoms at present, so we do need to get a move on and start conquering more land. My vassal has informed me of an obscure law in the chiefdom of Blodelen that states none but the king may be its protector. Normally, such an archaic law would be dismissed, but it offers me a unique chance to put Jarl Class, my vassal and current ruler of the chiefdom of Blodelen, in his place. The law is clear. The king has full rights. Class can keep the title by my grace. Yes, and that will improve his opinion of us. So yes, that's definitely going to be the case. Ah, there's the Bulgarian army. We won't chase it down. We'll finish our sieges for now. As you can see, I've not added any custom characters. I'm going to wait till we get more lands and such. And because we're just adding so many so quick, it's like so many are going under the radar and they're not getting their chance to shine before more come in and more come in, and they're disappearing quite quickly. A faction has been created against us, but we have won a siege and managed to take some money, and we've managed to take some prisoners as well. Only a young girl, but that's fine. Let's march onto this barony then now, which we can do. Perfect. But yeah, we're going to do that, and we also need to start changing some of these names for areas. Lots of people in the Discord have come up with names for some of the lands. We need a lot for our Italian land, so don't forget to feel free to suggest some names. I can't wait to see what you have. I'm also planning on doing an overview stream, like we do with the Knights of Andalia and CK2, as the series progresses, where you guys can help me in the stream. We won't unpause, but we'll go around renaming stuff. We can look over all the characters and see how they're doing, sort out betrothals and guardianships and all that sort of thing. And we've managed to now take that barony, so let's march on to... Will we get away with marching onto this barony? No, we won't. Let's march up into these mountains for now, then. A faction has been created against us. That's fine. This barony is about to fall at any second, and that's literally all the baronies for the lands that we're trying to take once that has happened. So that's good. So at least we've got all them under siege. So then it's just a case of working our way towards the capital. We only need to get that 90%, of course. We've got 3 prisoners that can be ransomed. So let's see what we can get for these. Looks like they're only going to be small amounts of 10 gold and such, but we'll take it. We'll take what we can. And because I've been playing so much of this lately, I've been really getting into my Norse stuff again. So me and the wife at present are rewatching The Last Kingdom. Can't get enough of Norse stuff at the minute. This has just got me really, really into all that sort of history again. So yeah, we've been watching The Last Kingdom. We're going to rewatch Vikings once we finish with that. Right, let's continue our march. Let's forward things along just so we can get our armies into position. It's going to be interesting to have, it'll be yet another culture in our land, of course, won't it? We'll have Bulgarians within the lands. We've already got Italians. We've got, I think, have we got some Lombards? I'm not sure if we've got any Lombards, but we've got Croats. We've got Bosnians. We've got Serbians. Norsemen, of course. Danes, Swedes. All sorts. Very, very, very diverse culture that we have in Saphirland. Let's station some besiegers here and march the others onto this barony to get that under control. Wow, that is an incredibly strong fort up in these mountains. But we'll keep it grinding down. Can we station besiegers here? We may as well if we can get away with it and march onto the barony next door. And we've got this barony, which we're currently trying to take as well up here. Can we station some besiegers there and march onto this barony? Yes, we can, without losing any manpower. Let's get some commanders in charge of these armies. This one doesn't have a commander. Do we have anybody? We've got Jarl Aslak of Venice. Why not? Our brother. We're in charge of this one here. And through Downcast Lashes. As my eyes meet Chieftess Brigitte for what feels like the 20th time tonight, I know I am not imagining things. Even from the other end of the table, her gaze feels as intense as the midday sun. She wants me, and I can feel my body responding, awakening. But Chieftain Loki, her husband, and my brother is also here tonight. Okay. Let's have a look at her. 32. She does have 3 sons with him. At Chieftain Loki's court in Upland. Chieftain Loki? When? Okay, no, you're not in Upland, are you? You're in these lands here, so I don't know what that's all about. Do we get on well with our brother? Yes, he does have a good opinion of us. He is ill. What are our traits like? Again, would we be the sort of person to do that? Athletic, gallant, infirm. We're trusting, arrogant. I don't think we are. Everyone will know her sinful thoughts. No, my heart remains pure, but that will upset her. I will give her a good tumble. Everyone will know of her sinful thoughts. She gains she gains strumpet for 15 years. I love that. But Chieftain Loki gains a 15% opinion of us, and our wife does as well. Yes, we will let everybody know her sinful thoughts. Why not? Let's get our brother on side a little bit more, and our queen. And more castles are about to fall in the north of Bulgaria, which is perfect. Still only at 36% though. Is that a... No, that's a city, but there is a barony over there on the border, so we'll march that army over there for now. Another load of prisoners, and we've managed to convert the faith in a county. Perfect. That is something we do need to work more on now. We need to start converting the culture as well as the faith in our areas, just so that we can get more people on side. Where should we convert the faith now? These lands here, these Christian lands, we need them converting. Even if it's the pagan lands, I don't care, but we don't want Christians. And we've got another revolt going on in Makvar. That will be against Vlad's. We've got Duke Vlad. He is defending against Countess Iva, and he is losing massively. War against the tyranny of Duke Vlad. He's got 7 men. That's going to end. That's so annoying that you can't get involved with these wars as much on CK3. Especially considering how much control we actually do have. It is quite annoying. Let's ransom this gal here for 10 gold. Not a lot, but our pot increases more and more by the day. I can't believe the amount of money we've actually got. It's completely insane. Can we get away with stationing besiegers here? Yes, we can. Let's just to march some men up with that army there. Just to... I'd rather have this army here a little bit stronger. And things are going very well here with the siege. Oh, your siege is actually finished. Let's march you onto this barony here then, in the mountains. Holy Order has been ordered by Queen Penel of Italy. Oh, we've got a new ruler of Italy. Clear notification. What's going on in Italy then? Ah, so they must have lost one of their wars, and now they're at war with Jarl Klas, Gunnarsson of Croatia, and the Croatian contrast of the county of Pula, which they're losing heavily. And that's that bit of land there. Well played, Jarl Klas. At least you're expanding our borders around the Adriatic, which is very nice. So hopefully he can still win that, but considering how much manpower now she's now got, but she is involved in a war with Byzantium as well still, and the Lombards are still rebelling as well. So hopefully he can win that war and expand our lands. It's awesome when all our Jarls just keep continuing to expand our lands without us even having to get involved. Absolutely perfect. And this is awesome that we're taking this war without losing any manpower whatsoever so far. Count Radulf, you can no longer increase county control. Well, let's get you doing it somewhere else then, because we do really need to improve our control over these. Wow, our control in the Italian lands is terrible. But for now, we're going to concentrate more on our lands in and around the Balkans. I think that's a little bit more important at present. Italy probably is going to split away from us at some point, so I'd rather concentrate on our homelands here in our inland kingdom that we are working towards building. I didn't plan to go to Italy as soon as we did anyway. It just sort of happened when Aid and it was Aid and who was the other guy who did it? It was Aid and someone else who started going over there invading Italy, wasn't it? All these are about to fall at the same time, as well as this province here. Perfect. Lots of gold and some dukes prisoner. Even better. Let's march these 400 men to... Yes, meet up with these 500. That should work perfectly. We'll leave those 1,200 up there. Let's merge those together so it's a decent army. That's led by us. We're actually leading the northmost army. Who have we got in charge of these other armies here? Got someone in charge of that one. We've got Aslak in charge of that one. We have someone in charge of that one. Perfect. We will put a commander in charge of this once these armies combine. And that fortress there has fallen. So we'll now march onto this barony and the oh, we will lose manpower by doing that though. So, and by doing that. Stay where you are for now then. We'll wait for these sieges to fall. Let's join our forces together. We'll soon be able to march for the capital once this huge fortress here falls. We might not even need to get to the capital looking at it actually. We're on 83% already, so let's combine these armies. Let's put a decent commander in charge, Duke Rasputin. And another siege has fallen. Let's march that army there as well. We're at 90% though. We'll let this siege of this big fortress end just because, well, it took so long. We may as well let it fall and see if we can get some decent gold and prisoners from it. Why not? We may as well try and take it. Oh, and we are going to lose manpower by marching in those mountains, so let's not... Nah, it's too late. Too late. We can end this war, but I want to finish the siege first just to get the gold that we can from it. How long is left with this siege? Only 4 days. And Jarl class is not swayed, which is a shame. We got 8 gold from it. That's worth the wait. Why not? Let's enforce our demands. And perfect. We should now get a huge amount of Bulgarian land, which is absolutely awesome. Can they technically still be called Bulgaria when we've took Bulgaria? To the abhorrent King Sigbjorn, your low character is the subject of Greek plays. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. So be it. Disband all of our men. Perfect. A faction targeting us has disbanded. So that improves our lands there. So we are now bordering the Byzantine Empire. Massively bordering the Byzantine Empire, actually. With all these new lands. I think we've got the Yardom of that ourselves. We've got several prisoners that we can ransom, which we will do, because some of these are probably going to be our vassals now. Let's ransom all of those off. We'll leave it unpaused. We've got a new title that can be created, the Duchy of Bulgaria, which we will, of course, create. And something that's not worked too well for us in the past is giving these Yardoms to foreign Norsemen when they're so far away. So I think it would be a good idea to actually give this duchy here. Oh wow, and Bulgaria does actually go all the way down there, so some of it is still owned by the Byzantine Empire. We do now have a claim on it, but I think it'd probably be better if we did give the land to a Bulgarian. Which is the capital of the duchy? Where is the capital of this duchy? This province here. So Count Cullen, who is only 9 years old. I wonder if we could try and convert him. We'll look into that in a second. The great duelist, my vassal Count Dox, has arrived at court with a bandaged arm and fear in his eyes. He tells me that my daughter Herja has been challenging people to duels all over Pelion. Please forgive me, my lord, but this has to stop. Herja turned up at my doorstep and challenged me. I had no choice but to accept. This is not the first time either. I am but the last in a long line of victims. These duels will cease at once. A dangerous pastime. You need an instructor. He loses 20% opinion of us. We lose 65 gold, but Herja gains the trait Aspiring Blade Master, gains a 10% opinion of us, and we'll keep challenging people to duels. Yeah, let's go with that one. Why not? Because we've done different events last time. Right. So we've got you, who has you've got a decent amount of manpower, but not as many as these other guys. But you're 9 years old. Can we arrange a marriage? Do we have a granddaughter or somebody? Have we got inheritable on? Is that why it's not coming up? No, we haven't. We don't really have anyone that we can marry to you. Do you know what then? We will just... Can we demand conversion? He might accept. We'll ask. We'll ask. See what he says. Let's try and convert him. And then if he convert, we don't want Christians, Orthodox or Catholics. My faith is too strong. I will not be swayed. Okay, we'll try and sway the other ones then. We've got you. You are a pilgrim though, so I doubt you're going to convert. He might accept. Let's try. We'll try all of them, and if one of them accepts, they can become the new Duke of this land. So we've got you as well. Demand conversion. It's going to upset them, but they hate us anyway. Let's see if one of them will convert. Oh, and we've got actually a bit of land down here that we've also gained, which is interesting. But yeah, let's see if any of those are willing to convert. To my liege, I would gladly join you in your exhalation, but the sheer cost of refurbishing churches... and also converting the peasants. If you were willing to pay for these, anything for the faith, how much? 65 gold. Yes, I'll pay that to start converting the faith in those lands. My faith is too strong. A nephew slain in battle. My nephew Oh, no, that's a shame. He wasn't over... Well, he was okay, but... I see wisdom in your faith, but I hope you understand what a long, winding path it is from the darkness into the light. Perhaps if you promise support, to support me in whatever way I need, the journey would be an easier. I accept for the good, but he would want a favour, which I don't want to give him a hook, so no. So who was the one that converted? I think it was this guy here, wasn't it? So, well done. You have won the competition for the Jarldom of Bulgaria by converting to the correct faith. Child benefits from spouse's tutelage. Sigbjorn, how is he doing? Not doing too badly. He's better than Asbjorn, that's for sure. What about Sven? Sven is also doing pretty well in his learning education, which is nice. What issue do we have? Just to take concubine. Low control. Realm will lose land when vassal dies. Realm will lose land when vassal inherits foreign title. That's annoying. That's just that little bit of land down there. Okay, that's fine. Our manpower has improved massively as well, which is good. Can we go to war with Serbia? Again, yeah, no. But Balaton are now... They're still at war. They're at war with several areas, so we could go to war with them to try and take some more of that land. What I wanted to do, though, was stay to the south of this river that we can see here, cutting all the way through to the Black Sea. If we could stay south of this, so we probably wouldn't take Wallachia, but we'll take... It'd be nice to take all of Bulgaria up to this, all the way down the mouth. We can use our longships up and down that. Can't go to war with Serbia yet, but yeah, so we'd probably want to stay on this western side. This is all plains here. I don't want to get too close to... Let's have a look what we can do with Balaton. They've got 1,000 men. If we were to declare war on you, we could actually subjugate you, but that would take us too far north, and we don't have the prestige for it anyway. We could invade Kingdom, we don't have that. We could go for the Holy War of the Duchy for this Duchy here, which would be pretty decent, actually. But I'm not sure. I don't want to expand too quickly. And how is the Italian war going with our vassal? Perfect, 75%. Can we offer to help him in that war? No, we can't, Abby, because I bet we've still... Oh, no, we won't have a truce with Italy, will we? Because it's a new Italian queen, so we could actually... go to war with you and conquer the Duchy of... What duchy would I want to take next from Italy? Probably this here, south of these mountains, to work our way around the mouth of the Adriatic. That could work. We could take the rest of Sardinia, of course. I'm not sure which one I'd want to take. The south ones would be good, but someone's already taking that. I think that's the Byzantines, so I don't really want to get involved with them. We could take that one. That would fit nicely, actually. Tuscany would be a good one, but I'd rather have the Adriatic side. We could take, of course, this. Pisa, Genoa, Flanders. Flanders is... yeah, Flanders is right up there. What the hell? I was just trying to think, what the hell's Flanders doing there? That would probably be the best one then. Let's go for it. While they're so weak, and we can take advantage of it, let's go to war with Italy yet again. Let's move our armies, our rally point. We will move rally point over here. It'd just be nice to get this whole mouth of the Adriatic if we're going to do that. And at least then, if the realm does split, we'll have Norse neighbours on this side, which would be good. The stronger Italy is, the better. When it's a Norse Italy, let's raise all of our men here. We'll let those raise. Italy is going to fall soon. It would be nice to get rid of one of those Christian kingdoms. Italy have got land over here. And land, oh my god, and Spain has now been conquered completely by the Muslims yet again, which is interesting, because that had split up at one point. I still can't believe the Danelaw. That is insane. Even got land over here in Norway, which is insane. Right, so let's join our armies together here. My prisoner, Vlad, died in my dungeons. What other prisoners do we have, actually? Because we do still have some... we've got 6 prisoners. Any that we can ransom? We've got an Anglo-Saxon. Interesting. There's none that we... Oh, we've got you. Can we ransom you? Only for a weak hook, so it's not worth it. Instead, then, we will execute you all. I'm not interested if you're decent or not. You're all being executed. To the gods, to the gods, to the gods. Gain some piety and gain some dread, which we are in desperate need of. Let's get our armies together, and we are known for our dedication to the faith. Perfect. We're now a paragon of virtue, which means we could have invaded Bulgaria, but they're at war anyway, and that's going to get taken anyway, but that's fine. Ah, are they at war with Rashka? Rashka is attacking Queen Navina of Bulgarian, third Rashkan conquest of the county of Vidin. Ah, nice. So that's going to expand our lands anyway. Well played, Rasputin. You go for it, son. You keep going for it, mate. Do us a massive favour. Get our men together. 6,000. Let's merge them together and let's march straight on for this barony of the land that we are trying to take. We've got more than enough men to take care of Italy. I feel sorry for Italy. They have definitely been our biggest rivals in this series so far. I wouldn't even say rivals, so would I? At least a rival's got to challenge you at least. Italy have been pretty easy to take care of, to be fair. And I think this is the land that actually belonged to Duke Guy at one point, so we're literally just taking everything that belonged to that prick. I still can't believe the gold we've got. It's such a shame that there's not much that we can do with it at present. I'm pretty sure that we can't improve our lands. Oh, combat practice. Asbjorn Eriksson has increased his prowess by 2. Shame that he's so shit. Yeah, our air is terrible. Let's see if we can click on this tribe. I don't think we can do much because of... Oh no, we might be able to. No, because we're tribal, we can't. Which is a shame that we can't upgrade stuff. Can we upgrade the stuff that we've already got? No, I didn't think we could. Can we build something in this province? Construct a new holding? No. We are going to have to go feudal eventually. But I still feel it's a bit too early. Maybe as we turn into a full-blown kingdom and all the cultures start to blend together, then we can go feudal and try and really improve Saphirland that way. So, how is this siege here? We may as well keep our army together for now. We could split it, but we'll keep it together. I don't know if we're going to be able... Yeah, we'd be able to march onto that barony, actually, because it does border our land, doesn't it? So let's station some besiegers and march the other army onto that barony. And then in charge of this, we will have Asbjorn, if he's not busy. No, he's not. Perfect. He's actually not warring himself. Who is he give Sardinia to? Has he actually got some counts over here? Yes, he has, and they are all Italian, but they have all converted, which is nice. We could probably do with trying to convert a few more of our vassals, especially this woman here. Can we... We can't demand her conversion, annoyingly. What about some of these other people? I don't mind. They've kept the that's a pagan faith. I don't mind if it's a pagan faith as much as if it's Christian, so I'm not going to complain too much about that. We'll get this siege out of the way, I think, and then we'll end the episode, guys, and concentrate on this Italian war yet again in the next episode. I wonder how Venice is doing manpower-wise and stuff. He's not got much manpower or gold, which is disappointing. I thought he would have had a lot. What's his son and heir like? Totil. Very good in stewardship, actually, for an 18-year-old. He could be a future steward for the kingdom of Saphirland going forward. We do need to check out our councillors and such. I think we'll leave it till the next episode and we'll go through that sort of thing at the beginning of the episode, see if we've got any better councillors that we could get in control. We have unlocked a new martial lifestyle point. Let's use that. Enduring hardships, fort level +1. Yeah, we'll go with that. Let's march these 400 onto that. And we will end this episode here, guys. So, thank you all so much for watching. As always, guys, I really hope that you have enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and comment down below if so, and join the Discord server as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you all very soon for the next episode.